So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly gorgeous and talented Elissa Dowling. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hi.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll introduce you to everybody. You already know Ron, but I got to do my formal introduction. So this is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
How do you
Hi,
do?
Ron.
Such a pleasure to meet you for the very first time.
Then we have we literally have a chat room.
That's not true. I know her from a long time ago.
Yeah,
so you guys, we have a chat room filled with people, and there's all different kind of countries. We got Canada, UK, Germany,
the world,
all over the place. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Wow. Hi, chat room. How's everybody doing?
4.5 million people view our show in syndication and live. So jack up those knockers, smile, and get ready.
Yeah.
So I need you.
There
I have
you
a
go,
couple.
baby.
I need you to say hi to a couple people that are in there, because Dawn Hinton is in there. She loves you. She also said you spelt your name wrong on the screen. Oh well.
Oh.
It says Elise Dowling. That's okay, guys. We know it. It's Alyssa. And then say hi to Angela.
That was my husband. I blame that on the husband.
Joseph. Okay, and say hi to Angela Joseph.
What's up, Angela? What's up? Wait, who's the first person who said hi?
Dawn Hinton.
Dawn, what's up, Hinton. Dawn?
Hey. Oh, and Tim O'Donnell too. Ooh. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them because everybody's coming in. So people are coming in now. So you gotta love it. Nice. And while we're talking to you, yes, you do. You have a lot of friends, and you're a superstar. Yeah. We want to say hi, give a shout out to Eddie, your husband. So let's say hi to Eddie. And to your daughter,
walked away with my baby so that she
Zendra. Do we pronounce it Zendra? Yeah. And your daughter Zendra, who's absolutely gorgeous. I watch all your pictures on Instagram; they're gorgeous. So congratulations on your home life. I think it's fabulous. Your career seems to be booming, and now we're gonna fucking chat about it.
Let's do it. Let's
chat about her and her life.
Well, who is she? What does she do? I heard she was a stripper.
Yeah, right.
Well, I heard that you were working in Vegas and you stripped, and you spun around a pole. You spun around a pole naked until you got blisters on your wazoo, and then you quit the job. You know, I often wonder. Wazoo? Well, that's a polite word for pussy. You know, I often wonder. No, seriously, when those broads are naked and they're spinning around that pole, it must burn their lips. It's got to, because they leave snail marks all around the pole, and then they hurt.
They get calluses down
there. What
a
question!
You know what? Let's get a pole dancer on. I want to. I'm serious. I want to ask her, does your wazoo burn?
I have a friend who does. I have a couple friends who do it. So
actually, I think I have a couple friends too. Actually,
I do too. But I'm playing stupid. You know, because think about it. I mean, I know if a man spun around a pole like that, he'd stretch his testicles because they would get stuck. And then when you spin around, wrap around pole testicle disease.
So I went through your IMDb today because I didn't even realize because I knew who you were before we moved to California, but I didn't realize how far back it went because actually Ron and I
go that far back. She's a young girl.
I know she's a young girl, but Ron and I, believe it or not,
far back. I go far back.
Ron and I went to a Renaissance.
I go back 64 years.
So Ron and I went to a Renaissance festival. We're from Florida. I'm from Florida.
I'm from New York.
He's from New York, but I met him in Florida, and we went to a screening of a film at a Renaissance festival because a friend of ours was in it, and it was Legend of the Red Reaper, which I noticed is on your.
The night we were outdoors.
I'm not in that one. I don't know why that's on my IMDb.
Is it really?
It.
I know Tara Cardinal's been on the show. Oh, see, you weren't even on it. That's the night we met Lily McLeod.
I think I was supposed to be in it at one point, and then we never shot or something. I forget.
It was probably good you weren't in it because it wasn't the best.
Good thing you weren't in it. It was a stinkeroo. It was a real stinkeroo. Jimmy and I, they did it out of doors with mosquitoes attacking, biting us in Florida. And the discomfort of the mosquitoes and the discomfort of the film, I wanted to just kill myself with a Dixie cup.
And I love Tara Cardinal, but it's just part of the film was okay, but there was one part they kept playing this one scene over and over again, like to show the crowd they didn't have more than like one scene.
No, the picture was a piece of shit.
Oh no, be nice.
Why should I be nice?
We're friends with all those people.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It's not
I've never seen it, so I plead the fifth on that one.
I've been in Lemons too, but I'm still friends with everybody. Listen,
we all have.
Everybody can't knock out a Gone with the Wind Academy Award-winning film. Come on, look at all the movies that we go to see that are done with 20, 50, $100 million, and they stink. It's a toss-up. Sometimes the film works, sometimes it doesn't. No reflection on the actors or the director. Sometimes it's just bad chemistry, bad editing, which is usually what it is, or bad directing, or lousy performances by actors that can act.
Well, we saw 2 of your films recently.
Yes.
And I liked both of them. Ron liked one of them and was just medium on the other one. But
which is the one I liked?
We both liked Automation.
Yeah, Automation.
That's the one with Sadie and the robot and you. You were excellent in that. Yes. It was such a fun film. I think it's a film everybody could see, and it's a lot of fun. Everybody needs to go see Automation. It's a fabulous film. And in Automation, lots of people who've been on our show, Victoria Demare, Tara Cardinal, Sarah French, Sadie Katz, and I've never met Perry Shen, but I love him. I've seen a bunch of his stuff. And then you're like the star. And it was a fabulous movie. We enjoyed it a lot. For an indie film, I think it's probably like one of the better indie films like we've seen in the 3 years that we've lived here.
Well, it took you away from the everybody does the film. 10 people, wherever they are, college campus, a forest, someplace, they all got killed one by one. This had a little bit of a story, a twist to it. And it's interesting because it was, it was entertaining. It wasn't like, what's going to happen.
Actually, the chat room loved it too. So
yeah, it was a good film. You did good in that.
Uh-oh, what happened?
What happened to who?
I don't know. She disappeared.
She's on your screen.
Oh no, she. Hey, what happened, Rebel? She hated our review.
I'm sure she didn't hate the review, but she did unfortunately leave the studio. They might have dropped signal, so hopefully we can get her back.
So hopefully she's calling back, you guys. And anyway, you got to go see. It's just has got to reboot. Oh, Dave Hughes is having internet problems too. He's got to reboot. Everybody's having internet problems.
You know why Dave Hughes has internet problems?
Yeah, because he's like jacked off all over.
Right.
Like got wet.
He shot a happy one right into the computer, and he burnt it out. That's what you get for being a perv, Dave.
Yeah. You gotta love it, you guys.
Where'd she go?
Oh, she'll be back. Hopefully she'll be back.
Meanwhile, I have a wristwatch on for what's her face? Dawn. That she always comments on my wristwatch.
So this one's yellow and turquoise.
It's not yellow. It's chartreuse, and the blue picks up the turquoise. Stop being a designer. You don't know what you're talking about.
It is yellow.
This wristwatch goes so well with my shirt. You in person, you should see it. Goes beautifully together. I color coordinate. I used to be a hair colorist.
I know that.
And I know how to do color very well, James. Yes, the weather in Palm Springs is still triple digits. It's 108 today. But next week it's going to crash. And a cold wave is coming in. And it's going to be 99 every day. Poor me.
Hey, that 99 is a lot cooler.
Oh, yeah. But soon enough, around Halloween time, it chills down. And definitely November, it becomes wear a jacket night. Or wear a coat night. What is that belt?
Oh, that's Alyssa saying she's trying to get back in. She says, fuck.
Oh. Well, Dave Hughes will go along with that.
That's hilarious. Oh, B. Claudia joined us now, too. Hey, B, how are you? B made some wonderful graphics for us. I love them. They're fabulous. We lost our guest, you guys. She dumped off somehow, and I don't know why, because it was going so well. We had a blast. And Jane Doe says, Angela Joseph says, can't wait to see Alyssa's performance in Compatible, that she killed it. And Ron and I also have a little cameo in that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's a fun movie. She's actually been in a lot of Ron's movies because she was in Clown Fear. She's one of the stars in Clown Fear.
Yep.
She's in Clown Motel 2 that we just shot.
Yep.
She's in Compatible. So that's 3 movies that Ron's in.
Yep.
And And she's done films with all kinds of people that are friends of ours. She did a movie called Limelight that had Sean Kanan in it and a bunch of people we know. Rootwood, which was Marcel Wassler's film that a bunch of people we know are in. She's in a ton of movies with Felissa Rose, Sarah French, and Sherry Davis.
I love all the names you're mentioning.
Hey, yes, we can hear you.
There
Yay!
you are.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I told everybody that you didn't like our automation review.
Oh, shit. Did you give automation a bad
But we
review?
loved it.
No,
we
no.
loved it.
Oh,
Dave,
good.
Dave,
It's a lot of heart in that one.
Dave Hughes just said he's so happy they're back.
Aw.
So we were talking because two of the movies that we watched recently were Automation. Ron and I loved it. Rootwood, which we're both huge fans of Marcel Wallace.
I love Marcel, but
I love Marcel.
You know, Marcel he's a dear friend, and so is Dom. They're wonderful friends of ours.
Yeah.
After seeing Blind, which I adore, love, and worship that film, it's the best film I have ever seen since I don't know how many years ago.
In the indie films.
In indie films. Sarah French was fabulous. Her performance was natural and easy. And a good girl. I love her too.
Me too.
You know, after Blind, I expected, it was terrible.
Rootwood was done before Blind.
I know that, but I saw it after Blind, and I was disappointed. And I told Marcel, stay with the Blind stuff. You know, go with that kind of quality.
I mean, the Blind was basically, I don't know if Marcel told you, but it was to raise money to be able to do another film like Blind. So it was like a test movie with the producers. So we really didn't have much to work with. It was like, here's like a script and, improvise, but the effects and stuff and everything, we were just kind of winging it a lot of the time. So you can see that a little bit, but I still am so proud of it, and I love
I did not just like it for the directing or the acting or the filming. I don't like those chop 'em up movies. I'm a Hitchcock fan. When I saw Blind, I didn't see a chop 'em up movie. I saw a suspense movie that I was getting excited about. I saw beautiful photography, beautiful Sarah, and shock. I mean, I didn't need to see blood in the head roll off. When she closes the refrigerator door and Pretty Face is standing there, that was startling. I love that sort of thing. Pretty Boy. I thought that Blind had style, class, and sophistication, and it probably could go to major theaters and be a great hit. It's a fabulous film. I agree with everybody.
I thought it was phenomenal. And it's all the same people. A lot of my dear friends were in it, and
mine too.
I hear they're doing a sequel now. So
yes. They're doing a sequel. I was opting to play a cop, but I guess I didn't get it. I don't know why. But
Marcel, no, he has another one he's putting in. We're not allowed to talk about it.
It's more of like a slasher movie, and it's like a fun woodsy film. It's not for everybody.
I loved it.
Marcel and Dom are coming to the house for dinner in a couple of weeks.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, and I'm going to spit in Marcel's food when he's not looking.
Why?
Because I'm not in Blind. I love Blind. I'm coming. I can't talk about it, but I'm in one of his films coming up. The name of it's The Blind.
You're not allowed to talk about it.
I get the title.
No, you cannot.
But this is bullshit. That we can't do
you have to support them. It's too small a community. The way I feel is when I'm not in it, I still support it because these are my friends.
Absolutely. No, he's just joking. He's just joking about spitting. He's not gonna spit.
Would I spit in Marcel? I'd like to spit in his mouth.
We were just at their house a couple weeks ago.
I'd like to spit in his mouth while we're kissing. But wait, I'd like to spit in his mouth while we're kissing, but not necessarily spit in his food. I love Marcel. Get out of here. He's a sweetie pie. You kidding?
Yeah, he is. I wish I could be in everything I wish I could be in everything he does.
I want to give a plug though.
I'm just happy being his good friend.
I want to put a plug for Rootwood though, because people who like 80s slasher and stuff, they will love it. It's very well directed. The acting is very good. You're great in it. Has a great twist.
Yes. I have to clarify that again because it did come off wrong. I will tell you,
it's the most fun I've ever had shooting a film ever was Rootwood because we just ran with it and everybody vibed really well and it was just amazing. And I actually got super depressed when we wrapped because I was like, I don't know if I'll ever have this much fun filming ever again for the rest of my life. It was just the best. Like we just bonded on such a deep level filming that thing. And I
think awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of hiking, you know. So
No, it was a lot. It was an act.
hiking and sweating, and and
The
just
film
great,
moved.
dear friends.
The film moved. It wasn't a still film. You didn't get bored with it. It moved. It was
Well, that's
filmed
good.
beautifully. The acting was good. What I was trying to say was, it's not my. I'm in a lot of horror movies, and I'm always getting chopped. Not well. Once I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a fan of all that chopping up and killing and blood gushing out.
I am.
Jimmy is. So if you're a fan of that stuff,
you will love Rootwood. It's
Rootwood
very
is
good.
good.
And we lost her again.
Oh no! Do we lose her?
Yeah, we lost her again. See, she's not there. But anyway, so now we've talked about Blind, Rootwood, and Automation, and hopefully she's coming back. Unfortunately, you guys, she must have bad Wi-Fi. But either way, everybody in the chat room is having fun. You guys like her, right? She's fabulous. She's gorgeous. Dave Hughes says he doesn't have a great stream, sadly.
Well, he's 100 years old. How old are you, Dave? 76?
He meant his he didn't mean his like ejaculatory stream.
Oh, that's what I thought he meant. That his stream wasn't good, poor thing.
He's talking about his web thing. I wonder if he's gonna like say anything, which is hilarious.
Of course he will. He's a pig.
Yes, he will. I think that's hilarious.
Pig. That's why we love him, because he belongs on our show in the chat room. What time is it where he is? About what?
I think it's 8 hours ahead, so it's like 8 o'clock at night, 8:30 at night, something like that.
Oh, that's okay. It's a decent hour to be up.
You gotta love it.
All right. Now, as we wait for Elissa to come back in,
I'm reading all the people going on in the chat room.
What are they saying?
Ha ha ha! Son of a pumpkin. I don't know what son of is shared on. People are sharing our show on Twitter and Facebook. That's good, and also on. And they say, "How pretty do we look today?"
Oh, thank you. It's fall. I think, isn't it fall yet?
No, I don't think so.
Well, for me, it's fall. Anyway,
but tomorrow's the 1st of October.
Right. And guess what, kids?
I love October.
Witches and ghosts and goblins are coming out.
Oh,
they're going to get you. They will be hiding under your bed. And when you go to sleep, they will slip out of the bed and cut your throats, because they love to take souls with them back to Halloween land.
Tim O'Donnell says you didn't really mention Elissa's cleavage once. They want to know if you're okay, but he kind of did at the beginning.
No, I did, and I said that. Dave said he's welcomed them back. No, when she comes back,
welcome them back. We'll welcome her back again.
I'll ask her to show us nipples. I don't.
You gotta love it.
Her boobs are great.
Talk 4 TV says the first day of fall was September 22nd. So you were right, and I am wrong. It is fall.
Ooh, Halloween soon.
They said you should do
what are we going to dress as in Halloween? Everybody wants me to go and drag again as Jane Russell. They don't realize that, at my age, I look like Jane Russell's mother or grandmother. Nothing worse than an old woman with too much makeup. And when I go and drag, what do you think? I become a 20-year-old beautiful woman. I become an old bag and drag, an old lady with too much makeup. And now with my eyes being the way they are, I can't even make up. I can't even see. I comb my hair, brush my teeth. I can barely see myself in the mirror. It's all foggy eyes. Oh yeah. Anyway, the doctor keeps saying in another week or two they'll clear up and I'll see beautifully. I saw well for a while, then they went on the blink.
Dave Hughes says he wants Elissa to come again.
What does he want to come again?
Dawn. Dave is in the UK. He's in England.
And he wants Dawn to come again?
No, Elissa.
Oh, he wants Elissa to come again?
Yeah.
How can he do that? He's got to call her and talk dirty.
She's not the one coming anyway. He is.
Well, I doubt she's going to come from this old bag. Is it about, 150?
No.
Dave, how old are you?
I think he's like 65 or 70.
No, he's kids, young. Elissa, why can't you come back? Come back to me. That's what I sound like now. That wonderful movie with Superman. What was his name?
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher, the one that died.
Yeah, Christopher Reeve. She's back.
She's
back.
Oh,
no, we have a different background.
My phone was overheating, so I had to move it inside. Sorry about that.
Okay. Somebody in the chat room just complained, Ron, are you okay? You're not discussing her cleavage. So I So I said, well, I'll ask her to show her nipples.
I can't. I've never done that. Not even on screen ever. Just
so
that's beautiful, though. That looks fabulous.
So whoever said you wanted to see her nipples, you're shit out of luck. What can I tell you? Meanwhile, in the movies I'm in, if a chick shows her wazoo or her knockers, she gets like $1,000 or $500 extra.
Oh yeah,
she gets a bump.
Well, I asked when I was in Thomas Churchill's film, I said, Church, if I did it naked, what do I get? And he said, arrested.
Which, by the way, everybody, all the people in the chat room who know you say they love your new hair color. So not only does Ron say it, everybody loves your new hair color.
I think you look so. I hate to be prejudiced, but so Italian looking. So
I'm
Sophia,
Italian.
I know that.
Yeah.
I know all that about you. But I mean, you just look so Sophia. Gina Lola, I can't explain it. You have that.
Gina Lola Brigida?
Yeah.
I love Sophia Loren. That's like such a huge compliment to me. She's the most beautiful woman of all time.
Well, I made a movie with her when I was 19 called That Kind of Woman. And she was 26 years old and I was 19. And I was madly in love with her. And yes, and she was beautiful and very sweet and kind on the set.
And he kissed her on the cheek and he didn't wash his cheek for 8 years.
I didn't. I didn't
wouldn't either.
Sophia kissed me on, Betty Davis kissed me here the first time, and Sophia kissed me here. And she uses a very pale orange lipstick. It's like a pinky orange lipstick.
Like coral.
And coral, right. And I remember driving back home and running in the house and saying to my mother, look, Sophia's lipstick, she kissed me. And I told my father, they were hysterical. Then I ran to my aunt's house to tell my cousin Bertha and the whole neighborhood, look, they thought I was crazy.
I would have done
I was 19 and it was Sophia Loren. I mean, come on, she was gorgeous. Lovely woman, very sweet, very kind.
So I also, while you were gone, told everybody that you and Ron, now my microphone's not working, that you and Ron were in three movies together because you're one of the stars of Clown Fear and he's in Clown Fear. Clown Motel 2 he just shot a couple weeks ago and you're in Clown Motel 2. And
but we didn't do scenes together.
No.
Maybe.
And Ron and
I might I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I was supposed to do it and then there was a problem with the trailer. And so I think they're going to try to squeeze me in for another day, but we'll see if it happens. Hopefully.
Okay.
I guess there was an accident with the trailer that they had that we were supposed to drive up in. So they didn't have that trailer and we didn't get to set. And so they ended up giving our roles to other people.
Oh, that stinks. Well, we hope we get to get you in it just so Ron can say he's in a movie with you. And then Ron and I, when we shot his role in Clown Motel, we also did a cameo for Compatible, and I heard that whatever you did for Compatible was really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was that was in Colorado, I think back in January we shot that.
Yes.
Was that a wild concept, Jimmy? And I went crazy with it. Where do you see our segment? I mean, I hope they don't exit. They probably will.
We did the really dirty one.
The filthiest, dirtiest
I feel like
one.
It could happen. It could happen in real life for sure.
Oh, it could happen.
It does. You got to see what I say about some people on screen in our house. You would crack up laughing if you hear the jokes I read.
We did about 5 or 6. No, it wasn't. But we did like 5 or 6. We did 5 or 6 takes, so we don't know which one they'll actually use. But we did one that was very good.
First of all, you're Italian, and you could do no wrong. So there you go. Because we Italians are the best people in the world. Just that the world doesn't get it.
My husband's Italian too, so
good. What kind of Italian?
He's Sicilian. I'm Northern, and I'm half Hungarian. Northern. Oh, you're Northern, yes, because you're fair.
We're Genoa and Venice.
Nice, Florence, and he's from Sicily. His family.
I've been to Florence.
Well, my daughter did our family background. They went back 400 or 500 years ago, and I found out that one of my relatives was Sicilian and Calabrese. So I went into mourning, but yeah.
I know they hate each other, right?
The north and the south. The north called the south Cafone, but Sicilian.
Yeah, I remember that. My grandmother.
Sicilians are good men. They work hard, and most of them are hung.
They're good in bed. That's all I know.
Yeah,
so I married them.
No, and the Sicilian men are hung seriously because they're part Greek and part African.
Sure.
part Greek and African.
Yeah.
So wait a second. So, because first of all, you guys, her husband, you can see him. He's also in Clown Fear. He's an actor and a comedian. How did you
Who
guys?
was he in Clown Fear?
Yeah.
He's
Oh, he had
he's
like
not in
a part.
He's not in any of my.
Cupcake.
He's
He played
Cupcake.
Cupcake. Yeah.
Oh, I know
He played a
Cupcake.
clown.
I know who Cupcake
So
is.
And he
how
did a
did
lot
you?
of art design and stuff for it too. He worked on the
Yeah,
set too.
I know who your husband is exactly. He was Cupcake.
You know him anyway. 'Cause at the premiere, you were talking to him and her and the baby. They had the little girl. She was adorable. So actually, that was like seems such a like such a long time ago. She's gotten so much bigger since then, because that was like February or January.
Man, she's so big. She's the size of like almost a 4-year-old. She is tall.
Well,
she's gonna be a
she's
tall girl.
Your husband's tall
Doesn't
too.
get
Though.
it from me. He is tall. Yeah. Not
So
for
how
me.
did you meet him? How did you meet your husband?
So I this funny story. It was my birthday with Sadie Katz. We had a joint birthday party together, and because we're born like the same week, and it was a cosplay kind of birthday, comic book themed birthday party. And I was dressed like Catwoman, and I look over and there's a guy dressed like the Joker, and he was singing it was a karaoke party, and he was singing my go-to karaoke song, like the one song I feel comfortable doing. And and he's singing, and I look over and I was like, who's singing my song? And there was this guy. And then I met him, and I just like instantly had this weird feeling, and I introduced him to everybody as my future husband, and it didn't scare him away. He was like kind of intrigued, I guess. So I was like, this is my future husband. I just met 5 minutes ago. And we ended up like just immediately clicking, and just got down.
Darling, listen to me. I want an honest answer, or I'm going to cut your hair to a crew cut.
Okay.
Did you check out his crotch and his pants to see what he had going on? Tell the truth.
I have X-ray vision when it comes to that. Like I know and I will not dabble in anything less. So
Good
it was
girl.
like, yeah.
Good girl. Eileen Shapiro.
The dick whisperer.
But wait,
the dick whisperer. She doesn't know Eileen.
You don't know Eileen Shapiro is Jimmy's partner and one of my dearest friends who I love and adore. And Eileen is a size queen. She bangs everybody. She talks about it. And she said she could tell a man's penis from 10 feet away by looking at his crotch.
You can tell by the way they act. The way
she said anything under 8 inches, throw it away.
My kind of lady. Yeah.
I got news for you. Not only your kind of lady, but the whole fucking world's kind of lady.
Kind of lady. Yep.
Yeah. Women don't like little ones because they say they poke.
It's just there's less to do. There's less to do.
Well, I'm Italian, so I don't have to worry about poking.
There you go. Yeah, Italiano.
Most Italian men are hung.
Are okay, yeah.
I mean, you find very few Italian. That's why all the old frustrated women go to Italy when they haven't got husbands anymore, and they pick up the young guys just to get laid, because the Italian men, Italian men are hung. Well, mostly the Jewish women I knew from Brooklyn, they would all talk about it. 3 or 4 girls would say, we're going to Rome or somewhere, and those Italian men are hung and they're good in bed.
In the chat room, they're saying less to do.
They're
my God, that's epic.
Yeah, but you know what? I heard there's a friend of mine I won't mention. He wasn't endowed very well, but in bed, I understand he was a master because he did everything else fabulously. So women say that necessarily getting plugged is not the answer to sex. It's what is done before and during. So
what a conversation.
Well, you know what?
People love it though. The
like
chat room is
jackhammer.
They're like loving it.
We're gonna get a million.
Like a little jackhammer, she said.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get 1 million new fans.
That's great. Follow me on Instagram.
Listen, everybody talks about sex. You know, America is such a prudish country. It's disgusting. I mean,
know.
It's so everybody's don't say this. I go fuck yourself. I say that's what I say. Go fuck yourself. Don't say this. Don't say that. You know, Everybody gets laid, everybody comes, everybody blows, everybody eats, everybody screws. So what's the big deal? Talk about it. You talk about your problems. You talk about how you lost at the casino. You talk about how your boyfriend dumped you. Well, talk about why. Maybe because you're not a good leg.
Amen. Amen.
Amen, right? I mean, I was married for 16 years and I regretted it because I was married to a woman. I was wishing she was a man because the sex was so bad.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. That's gotta, yeah. This one, I know. I only got married once because I knew it was the right one. So
I think that's fabulous.
Well, you also married Eddie because you checked out the crotch. Come on.
I did. Yeah, it's the truth.
I think though.
Wait, hang on a minute. What do you think?
You gotta feel the upholstery before you buy the cow.
Absolutely. And do you think for 1 minute Eddie didn't check out the camel toe and the knockers?
Yeah, totally.
And your ass when you walked away, how big your ass was sticking out? Please give me a break.
Yeah, I was wearing a Catwoman like leather.
Oh, forget about it.
Oh yeah, so you don't have to worry about it.
You had major camel toe and major ass crack. He must have had a nervous breakdown.
I also though, besides the sex thing, he's very romantic. I've seen pictures where he's bringing you flowers. You guys got married, I think, in Hawaii, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got married. I mean, you guys are a very romantic, loving couple, and I think it's great to see a young couple in love with a beautiful baby. So I want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
You married me. I'm an Italian. I'm a romantic. Jimmy's English, Irish, and Scottish. Ugh. There's no romance.
I'm romantic.
Oh.
You romantic if you want, and then after you want, it's goodbye. See you around next week.
No, it's not.
Every day counts for sure. If you can make it happen every day. But it's hard with a baby too, you know. It's like we're always juggling our time and.
She's adorable though.
Thank you.
You can always find time for a quickie.
For sure. Like a nooner. That's what nap time is.
Like a nooner. Yeah, that's what nap time is for, the nooner. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, quickies are more fun sometimes than the whole night session.
They're great because you have to be quiet, you know.
Yeah, I had 2 children, so I know about quickies.
Oh yeah.
Sit up on the washing machine while you're doing the wash.
Yeah. We did that right here in my building. Actually, the washing machine was nice.
A public washing machine.
One.
Oh my God! Watch out because media gets in there, takes a picture. They'll have it all over. No, you got to be.
Then you'll get hot. Then you'll get lots of rolls.
Yeah, you got to be careful. So tell me something now. Let's get a little intelligent if I can, which I doubt.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm gonna try to get intelligent. What kind of a role are you really looking for? Because Jimmy produces a lot of movies. So let's see if we can cast you in something really important. What would you like to play?
So I like characters that have a lot of layers, and maybe my dialogue is not directly what's going on inside. I mean, I think you can show a lot with just your face and.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Like, give me some depth. That's all. It's like a lot of these roles are just like, it's hard to bring that to the way they're written. It's hard. And I don't know. I think, aren't you involved in Dave Bailey's new script? Dave,
I'm in it.
In Grata, right? Yeah.
I love it.
That's a great script, and I'm honest too. And
it's a fabulous script.
It's got the character development I'm talking about. Like, it's like stuff like that where.
And I can't wait to shoot it because I play the father to my Sherry Davis and my Sadie Katz. And I forgot, I think there's 3 daughters, I forgot. And I know exactly, Dave is the sweetest thing. He said, Ron, when I wrote your part, I wrote it with you in mind and how you treat your daughters and how you write about your daughters. And I thought that was so nice to have a writer write a personal part for me. And I know exactly how to play it. The only thing is, and I'm not going to give it away, is my wife is more than I suspect.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what
you
read
the scripts, you know what I'm talking about.
I think that what you're saying is correct, though. A lot of people don't write a lot of depth in their scripts, and they don't do any character. Ron's complaint is that you see people in these horror movies and they get killed, and you don't even care because there's no character development. You like them in the first place.
Don't forget,
we try so hard to make ourselves likable in that short period of time we do have on screen. And sometimes I'll sit there with a pen and just kind of, and I know probably writers will hate me for that, but I'll add a little flair to it because it's just like sometimes it's just not there. And a lot of these scripts are written by people in other countries that, you know, English isn't their first language and it has to translate over. And you're like, by the time you get it, the jokes don't, you know, translate.
Well, that happened to Sadie with Megan. You know, I saw Megan, I loved the movie, and I love what Sadie did with her lines. But I did say to Sadie, your lines were weak. She said, Ron, remember they were in Italian and they translated them to English. So you lose the value. But Sadie did a brilliant job with her facial expressions. That's
She's
the one
a face
thing.
actress.
Well, yeah,
she's got it all right there. I worked with her on automation, and she's so intense in the eyes.
Yeah. I am also. That's old school acting. I'm in the business 46 years. Years ago, a director would say to you, the line is good, but the face is not. Make the face match the line. So if you're saying, I hate you, have hatred in your face. If you're saying, I love you, have love in your face. They don't do that today. They read lines and then their head's chopped off. So the value of the film is not
pretty much
the right value. But when I work, and I mean, I got to tell you something. This is ridiculous. I shot a scene in Clown Motel 2, which I did a solo number at a pool table. And when I was done, some people applauded. I think the olden days, they probably figured, give the old fuck, you know, a little whatever. And when I got off the set, they said, Ron, that was fabulous. Why was it fabulous? Because I acted. I didn't just read my lines.
You do that too, though. You're a very good actress.
Well, because she's Italian. We can't help it.
I invest myself, that's for sure. I pour myself into every character as much as I can. And if I can't pour myself into it, I won't take it. So, you know, I'm in the place now where I've been saying no to things. I like to work constantly, and it's hard to say no to things. But if I'm not feeling it, I'm like, all right, just say no. Something else will come around, you know, and save it for the good stuff.
So I went on your IMDb. You have 118 titles completed, 14 titles in production. I think that you established yourself that people are probably bringing you a lot of stuff, and you can probably afford to be pickier because, you know, especially like as a scream queen horror actress, you know, you're pretty much at the top of the tier.
Oh, thank you.
I think we're going to use her in the movie that we're starting to put together.
I would love that.
Well, wait till I tell you the title, then you tell me if you want to be in this movie.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Zombie drag queens from outer space.
If it's you guys, I'm in.
Yes, it'll be fun.
I play Miss
actually,
Moon.
Eddie and I are writing an over-the-top comedy right now that's got a ridiculous name as well. But I can't reveal it yet, but I will.
This one is hysterical.
I'm cool with that stuff.
You might play me, because what happens is, see, there's no more men left on Mars, or wherever the fuck they come from, because they ate them all. So now they came to planet Earth to find men to marry, to eat, or go out with. But I'm a drag queen, but I still look like a man in drag. No matter what you do, you always can tell. But when the men look at me to fall in love and kiss me, you could play me. They see you, not me, because that's the magic of our planet.
I love it.
I created.
I love it.
So you're going to see me standing there saying, you know, fuck me or whatever, and then the guy is going to come over. But when you see it through his eyes, he sees you, and you would be perfect for me because we look similar in drag.
We do.
The face. And you know what? I was trying to get I'm working on it.
That's great. I'm
working on it with Sadie.
We can work on little mannerisms and stuff too to really get on the same page.
Well, we'll have to have the same clothing. So the gowns are very 1950, long black gloves, strapless. So it'll always be, you know, that they get the picture. Sadie and I are working on this. I think we're going to really do it. And we're trying to get Marcel in because he was interested, because I told him. And he said,
get Marcel to direct it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That would be great.
Oh, definitely.
Sadie's a hella writer too. I loved the way she wrote Clown Fear. Everything she wrote in Clown Fear was great. Super funny.
Well,
she's a great writer.
She's going to play one of the girls that is seen through another drag queen's eyes. So we have Sherry Davis, you, and I definitely want you to play me. Definitely. So
it'll be fun. We're working on
and the dialogue is a riot. I mean, the jokes, I'm writing half of them. so they're all risque and two double entendre, and just the scenes that we're shooting. It's not going to be a movie that you have to think twice what it's about. You're just going to like look at it and just chuckle
Let's
and laugh
laugh.
throughout the whole
Yeah,
laugh.
that's all we need that right now more than ever.
You're right. We do.
I want it to be like Killer Tomatoes and Clowns from Outer Space.
Killer Clowns.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I love that movie.
Oh, it's my favorite. My favorite movie.
So let's do a little bit of bragging real quick,
yes,
you guys. So
here's
some movies you guys can see Elissa in, and I actually picked some of them out because most of the people in them have been on our show, and that kind of like that's my 6 degrees of separation. So besides the ones we've talked about, she has Blood Tales with Tiffany Fest, Mary Olsen. Actually, most people know her as Tiffany Brookfest, I think. Michelle Tomlinson, who's been on the show, Brad Potts, who I've known for years, Bloodthirst with Tara Reid. That's the one you just did, right? Is Bloodthirst the one you guys just did?
Yeah, I just did that one. I don't remember the one.
You don't remember? Oh no, we lost her again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! There maybe she's not gone. You don't remember which one?
Oh no, I'm here.
No. Okay, now we hear you. Now we hear you. Which one don't you remember? The first one you mentioned. Blood Tales?
Okay. Yeah, that they must have renamed it. It was something else when I shot it.
That could be.
That's not a name I recognize.
That could be.
Yeah.
Then she just shot Bloodthirst with the Mahal brothers, right? That's a Mahal brothers film. I love those guys. And that's Tara Reid, Robert Lasardo, Sarah French, Eileen Dietz, and Costas Mandalore, an A-list cast. Kill Dolly Kill with Lloyd Kaufman and last week's guest Julianne Prescott. Lloyd Kaufman was one of my very first horror guests on this show when we started this show 13 years ago.
I love
Violence on
awesome. He's so great.
Hilarious. He was so funny. Violence on Demand with Sarah French and Sherry Davis. Lake of Shadows with Sarah French, Sherry Davis, Robert Lasardo, Donna Lee Heising, and Felissa Rose. It Wants Blood. That's a James Balsamo movie with Eric Roberts. Tuesday Night, Felissa Rose, Mark Hoadley, and Brink Stevens. Rootwood that we talked about, which everybody needs to see. Limelight with Sean Kanan's a super good friend of ours. Jenna Jameson, Jonathan Lipnicki, Keith Coogan's been on the show, Bruce Falanch, and Paul Vandervoort. And then I just wrote down Death House, Land Shark, and Tales of Halloween as some other ones. So you guys should look her up, watch all these films, and just support her.
We are still here, and Girl on the Third Floor. We are still here. On the third floor, where my two.
There you go.
Yeah, bigger.
I don't even know if I saw those on your. Are they on your IMDb?
The title sounds familiar. The Girl on the Third Floor.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Did we see that? I think we saw that. I liked it.
No, I don't think it's out.
Yeah,
is it out yet?
It was number 3 on Netflix for a while.
What's it called?
What's it called? Netflix for a while.
Girl on the Third Floor.
Girl on the Third Floor. And I'm the girl.
We saw that. We
she's the girl, you guys.
Yeah.
We saw that and we liked it. Yes, we did. We saw that a couple of weeks ago, maybe.
Oh, actually, Angela Joe says it's crazy awesome. So we'll have to if we didn't see it, we'll have to see
Punk
it.
You know what's wonderful?
Okay, yes.
What's wonderful is all the names that Jimmy has mentioned. We all are players. It's almost like we are studio people. Years ago, Warner Brothers or Fox, they had players that they use the same actors over and over again. And I'm so happy that at my age, I'm a part of the family because I love all you kids. You're all sweetie pies. The girls are beautiful. The fellas are so nice to me. They worry about me.
I love you too.
You know, no, they'd say, sit down, Ron. Can I get you something to drink? Like I'm a senile old broken down fuck. But that's okay. I don't mind. I enjoy it. So I'm happy to be a part of it.
You got too much fight in you for that.
Yeah,
you bet your ass. You bet your ass.
So so hold on, because this is something I like to do with all the actors and actresses that come on the show.
Here we go.
So what? So bucket list. Okay, bucket list. First of all, if you could, because you're basically known for horror movies, and I don't know if you do you actually watch horror movies? Do you like to watch horror movies in your spare time?
I do. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I started off watching them more early in my career, and now when I'm taking a break, I like to watch other things just because it becomes work in my head. So I'll watch a lot of comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
But I still love horror films. I like a deep love for them. Yeah.
So if you could have been in any film, and it doesn't have to be a horror film, if you could have been in any film that's ever been made in history, what film would you have liked to been in? And then the part 2 of the question of the bucket list is, who's an actor, a male and a female actor that would be on your bucket list? Like, oh my God, I'd really love to work with this person. And it can be anybody.
Death Becomes Her would be my film to be in for sure.
Goldie Hawn's in that, right?
Yeah, Meryl Streep.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Okay.
I love it. Yeah, I think it's super funny. And as far as actors I'd want to work with, male and female, you said?
Yeah.
Male would be Gary Oldman. He's my #1 favorite. And female.
Great pick. Did you see him when he played Churchill?
Would be awesome. I mean,
yeah, that would be an awesome one. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. He's great. He's great. Yeah. Everything he does, I'm like, I don't even recognize him, and that's what I love about him. He's just completely transformed every character he plays.
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I love him.
You talk about transform. I took my sunglasses off, and now I see you as clear as a bell. If you ever change, bullshit. If you ever change that hair color, I will smack you. I love what you look like.
I can't change it now. It's black.
You are so beautiful with dark hair.
My agent said go dark. I was like, all right. I kept battling it. My agent said I'll work more with the dark hair. So
you are beautiful now. Now you stand out. This color belongs on you. The other thing, that purple was all right, but no, you look wonderful. I have to tell you, beautiful.
I think that
it was fun for a while. I did that for automation. They wanted purple.
Yeah, but
I think
what a difference.
I think that you should tell your agent that you want to like audition for some comedies, because you have a phenomenal smile and a great laugh, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of like, I don't know if like Pretty Woman's my favorite movie. It's very Julia Roberts-ish in Pretty Woman, like the way she's got that big laugh
she's got the
does things.
Best smile there is. Julia Roberts' smile is the most beautiful smile in the world, in my opinion.
I think
so. I appreciate that.
I think yours is very similar, and I think that you could still do horror, but you should tell your agent that you want to audition for comedies, because I think you'd be great at it. Your laugh is just fabulous. When you're like sitting here and you break out in a laugh, it's really, really good, and it's like infectious. I think people
would
take it. Yeah, contagious. That's a good word.
It's contagious. They call it a contagious laugh. And also, if she whipped off her bra, she'd have a contagious set of jugs, and Dave Hughes would kill himself.
Totally.
I don't even know if I think Dave Hughes, after he finished burnt out his internet. So he hasn't been here lately. I don't know where he went.
So tell me a little bit about your private life. What do you like to do? Where do you go? What's your favorite food? Let your fans know.
I don't even remember anymore. It's been so long since I've had a social life.
Yeah, I got that.
I think I used to do stuff. But I definitely we do this like. Do I cook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cook. I do. Eddie thinks I'm a good cook. I try to cook light. I try to eat healthy all the time, which is kind of boring, I guess. But
did your mother teach you to cook? Did your mother teach?
She does all the Northern Italian everything. Yeah, she's
delicious.
She's the queen of it.
You like pesto?
Pesto, yeah. She does these mushrooms that are like marinated mushrooms that are so
delicious.
Good. And it was my great grandmother owned a restaurant in Florence.
Okay, do you ever eat tripe? I don't. La tripa. My father used to love tripe. I won't eat that.
You guys gotta tell people what tripe is, because they don't know.
Is that like tongue?
No, it's a stomach.
Tongue, right?
No, the cow's stomach.
Okay,
is
yeah,
tripa.
I'm good.
I'm good
even eat meat.
And it's
you don't eat meat. That's good that you don't eat meat.
I don't like it either. So you and I love a good pasta.
I do a lot of like animal rehabilitation. So I can't eat animals. I saved baby animals. I saved a litter of skunks last year, and the year before that it was a litter of raccoons.
Good.
And I do a lot of bird rescue. Yeah, like I like weaning them and releasing them. So.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Do you actually have any pets or no?
I do. I have a rescue dog. I have 2 pigeons I rescued that live with me now because they're unreleasable pigeons. So
now that you rescue birds, why don't you go out and rescue a cock or 2?
I mean, I think I kind of did. Isn't that what marriage bitches.
Oh my God, that's
I
so
love you.
hilarious.
In a
You're so
nutshell.
honest. You're so honest. You really are an honest girl. I love you. You're so fun. I really want to make that film with you or be in another, but I'd like to be in one of your scenes. We'd have a lot of
Yeah.
fun on the set. I'm
I would
I'm
love
wild
to.
on the set. Oh, I do a lot of jokes and stuff. You know, and I'm not supposed to, but I don't give a shit. Lionsgate, they always have canaries, and they send people to say to me,
Yeah, he gets in trouble if it's a
"Stop,
lion.
Ron!
Yeah.
Stop! You know, turn Ron Russell off," and they can't. Screw Lionsgate.
That's hilarious.
You gotta
Well, he
like
must be saying things that, yeah. I know that they like to keep control of their sets. I've done a bunch of their stuff, and we weren't allowed to post any pictures or anything or like mention them.
I'm in a scene with Angie Stevenson, and I'm gay, but I'm not dead. And Angie Stevenson has got the body of death. She's gorgeous and an angel sweetie pie who I love and adore. And we shot a couple of scenes together. And one, I'm leaning over a pool table and she's reciting about guns. And I was staring at her boobs. And I thought to myself, how interesting. What a joke I could make. Like, those guns shoot this, but these cannons can kill. But I couldn't do it. You know, I wouldn't like it.
You gotta like
But Angie Stevens is great.
I would have liked it. I would have
Well,
laughed.
Angie has a dirty mind
Yeah, I
like me.
worked with her on something once.
Oh, you know, you
like
could play
years
with her.
ago. It might have been. She was super nice. I worked with her on something, and I can't remember. It's killing me because I can't remember who. What, I think it was The Locals. Maybe it was a film that never went anywhere, but we shot together and spent the day together. And I think she even was kind enough to drive me home afterwards. And she was super cool. I really liked her.
She's really kind of like you though, because you, Sadie, Augie,
there's only
Angie,
only one in the business I'm not thrilled with, and I will never give her name out.
Sherry Davis, we love.
No, I love Sherry Davis.
I know. Oh, I know. We're not going to mention anybody.
We're
we
not
going to
mention the girl we don't like, but it seems that nobody in the business likes her, so we all have the same opinion.
Catches up to you, man. Catches up to you. I swear. I see these girls come in, and I'm like, you really want to say that about people? Like, you know, if it's just, we're here to help each other and be cool. I love Sherry too, and all of us, we all hang like outside of this.
Sherry, Sarah French, you, Sadie, Angie Stevenson. You guys are all like the higher echelon of all the indie
the best
films and all
best
the best actresses, and you're all beautiful. Like every single one of you has your own unique, beautiful quality.
We're all different. We're all so different. So there's no competition or weirdness. It's like I feel like we're all so different. If they go for one type or the other type or whatever, it's not anything personal. And we pick each other up because this business will beat you down. And if you don't have that kind of support around you, then you're not going to make it.
Yeah, you have great support. I'm glad you have great support.
Sadie Katz is my closest and dearest friend. I call her my adopted daughter. We socialize. I speak with her. I love Sadie. Sadie is a brilliant actress and a very, very interesting human being if you get to know her inners. She doesn't show too many people her inners, but when she does, she's quite interesting and very, very honest and very
honest.
Yeah, I love Sadie.
Yeah, she will tell you all of the good, the bad, all of herself. She tells you it all, and I always appreciated that. We actually became very close.
She says it nicely. She says it to help, not to hinder. I was going to say, oh yes, I'm happy that Sadie's going to be on Lifetime with Ed Asner coming up. I want to see
Christmas.
that.
She's got a Christmas movie coming out.
Oh, you're kidding?
No,
that's
with Ed
awesome.
Asner on Lifetime.
I want to see you in con now. The more we're sitting here, because we see you at all the events because you're so popular. Everybody's always grabbing you. So this is probably the longest conversation I've actually ever had with you where nobody can interrupt us. And I think that. Doing that has made me look at you. I mean, I always looked at you like, oh my gosh, you're so talented. But now that I've actually talked to you and seen your personality, I think that you should be like the skinny, hot, like Sandra Bullock when she's in like doing like all these new comedy things. Like she did the movie. What's the fat lady? I forgot her name. Yeah, like you're kind of like the skinny, hot Melissa McCarthy. Like, and that's what you should be like. Kind of roles you should be going after is like the Melissa McCarthy roles.
Comedy stuff. That's great. That's what we're writing. We're writing all comedies right now. We're hoping to get some of them.
We need comedies. We need to laugh. We have enough horror in the world with what's going on. The debate was a horror. We don't need
Yeah.
to watch movies that are horror. We need to laugh, and that's why Zombie Drag Queens from Outer Space is going to be a funny film.
I'm
And
in.
I'm serious about it. I'm
I'm
serious.
in because I
And you
love
know
drag
what?
queens.
Well, this and they're going to be.
Did you ever see Ron's picture when he was in drag? He used to
No,
portray.
but I'm going to look it up. That sounds
Wait, hang on. I'm
amazing.
gonna like.
I used
Black
to
hair.
impersonate-
Black hair.
Hang on.
Well, I used to impersonate Jane Russell, who was my best friend.
Hang on.
And
I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but let me see. Hang on. That's Ron in drag as Jane Russell.
Oh.
Like, hang on.
Oh, look at the gloves.
Yes.
We actually do kind of look alike. I feel like we could definitely switch bodies, you and I.
well, we're Italian.
And those gloves are everything.
Well,
Yeah.
you're going to have to dress. I dressed like 1950 Jane Russell in the movie, and you're going to have identical costumes because when the guy looks at you, he sees looks at me, he sees you. So it's going to be.
And
very
you're both
interesting.
well endowed, just on different parts of the body.
No. I jack up.
Thanks to my
enormously.
kid. My kid gave
No.
me these. I never had these before.
No. Seriously. Go on.
I'm so excited about them.
Go on my page and look at some of my pictures. You'll see cleavage. I get up cleavage like nobody's business. I can be looking as big as you are with cleavage and bump and no, really.
Yeah, he has like he has these things that make his.
I have a special metal thing I wear. Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds like comfortable.
No, one time I pushed them up so high I had 4 tits. Over your head.
Love it. So anyway, you guys.
2 testicles went up. Yeah.
So you guys
I pushed up so high I had 4 tits.
You guys, this is Elissa Dowling, you guys. It's Elissa Dowling on Twitter and Instagram. So all you have to do is follow her on both of those, and you can see what's going on. It's ELISSADOWLING. She's fabulous. You want to watch all her movies? Definitely watch Automation. It's kind of like it can almost be like a family film because it's not that
no, it's
bad.
not. It's a good film.
It's
a lot of fun, and it's not. There's not blood and guts and stuff that you couldn't have younger people watch it. It's a lot of fun.
The more blood and guts,
and for the families, Three Bears Christmas is a really nice family movie I did with Billy Butler. I don't know if you guys know Billy Butler, but yeah. So he directed it. And
we like Billy.
Really
we like Billy.
Oh, I like him a lot.
I'm going over to his house right now. That's where I'm going.
Oh, say hi from us.
We're recording some.
Say hi from us.
Stuff
so wait, where do people see
some,
Three Bears Christmas? Where can they see it? Is it coming out? Is it already out?
I think it's everywhere.
Okay.
Three.
I love it.
Like the number 3. It's the number Rosa, and I'm like this gypsy funk. Favorite things I've ever done. I do a whole song and dance number and everything. So it's super cool.
Yay!
Before we go off, I want to invite you and Cupcake to our house to one of our parties. We have a whole gang, or everybody we know from Hollywood comes out, and we have some Palm Springs friends.
Oh hell yeah! I'm in.
Parties are fun. So we're definitely putting you on our invite list, and Cupcake too.
Absolutely, and Cupcake.
Oh, I was trying to figure out why.
We are in. We are
so Alyssa, we want to thank you for coming on the show. We love you. We think you're fabulous. We wish you all the best of luck. And when you get the comedies done and you're ready, let me know because I'm getting pretty good at producing. Most of I'm really doing like $1 to $4 million budgets, but I'm getting pretty good at it. And I'd love to maybe be involved and see if we could get something done because I think as a comedian you would be phenomenal.
Well, she's going to show it if she does Drag Queens from Outer Space. It's all comedy. There she goes. Her dialogue is all jokes. I mean, especially when one of the guys goes over to make love to her. Her comments on his anatomy are hysterical. So, I mean,
that sounds perfect.
I will keep in touch with you. I have to work with Sadie on this because Sadie and I last week we were together and I presented it to her and she's interested. So as soon as we get it really rocking and going, then we'll be in touch.
And also, we want to please say hello to Eddie for us and give a little kiss to Zendra and have fun with Billy Butler. And we want to thank you for coming on the show. And we'll see you soon. Hopefully, really soon.
Thank you, guys.
Stay
bye.
Well.
Bye.
Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bella.
I think she is so fucking fabulous.
Nice.
She is so fabulous, you guys. She can play.
So sweet.
She can joke. She can take it. She can laugh. It's over here. I think it was absolutely fabulous, you guys. Even though we had some definite little technical difficulties, it was just wonderful. So,
but Jimmy's right. You know, we've spoken so many times at events, but not long, because always somebody has to cut in and talk to her, and it's so nice to
really just get to talk,
to get her to get to know her.
Yeah, I loved
this
it.
Is how Sadie Katz and I and Eileen Shapiro and I became good friends, was due to our show.